A thunder of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful...
Salute the whirl and a vertical climb, and once again you'll know it's time for the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and friends.
Starring that supersonic speedster, Rocket J. Squirrel, with his pal Bullwinkle the Moose, and a host of others.
Hurry, Bullwinkle! The show's about to start!
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Wave to the people!
Yay!
Now what are you doing?
Sign an autograph. Let's see. John Smith.
But your name is Bullwinkle.
I know, but that's hard to spell.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. Come on and join us.
Sure, there's always room for one more.
Our scene opens today in an emergency session of the World Economic Council, attended by the greatest financial wizards of our time, including their chairman, fiduciary J. Blurt.
Gentlemen, we're face to face with a disaster.
Say on, fiduciary.
Well, as we all know, the real basis for our world economy is not gold.
No.
Not silver.
Not gold.
Not even uranium.
No.
But that solid, everlasting rock rib security, the box top.
Vive la box top.
It therefore pains me to tell you, gentlemen, that someone, somewhere, somehow is counterfeiting box tops.
Counterfeiting box tops? Can't a man have faith in anything?
And unless we catch the culprit soon, the economy of the whole world as we know it is doomed.
It will demolish the dollar.
Ruin the ruble.
The franc will fall. Even the drachma will drop a droop.
This fiend in human form must be found.
But how?
We must be on the lookout for anyone who has an unusually large number of box tops.
And we may spot him.
Liquidate him immediately.
At this moment, our agents are everywhere.
Suppose it's just somebody who likes to hoard box tops.
Nonsense, old boy. Who'd be stupid enough to hoard box tops?
A good question, that, but the answer was ridiculously simple, for at that moment in the little town of Frostbite Falls, Minnesota...
63,821, 63,822.
How you doing, Bullwinkle?
Oh, hi, Rocky. Just counting my box tops before I take them to the bank.
Boy, you sure have saved a mess of them.
Oh, I didn't save them all. I inherited some from Uncle Dewlap.
He left you box tops?
Yeah, and 14 miles of string, too. Oh, he was a saving fool.
How many are there, Bullwinkle?
Well, I just got up to, buttermilk. I lost count.
Why don't you let the bank count it for you?
Hey, that's a good idea.
And a little while later, the boys were trundling a wheelbarrow full of box tops into the Farmers and Swineherds National Bank. The clerk took one look at them and ran to the president's office.
Mr. Fremley, can I see you a minute?
Arbogast, please. Can't you see I'm foreclosing a mortgage?
But it's an emergency, sir.
Box tops?
A barrow full.
Come on. Whoop. Please, madam, you're getting my spats soggy.
Could we have a little service, please?
Why, yes, certainly, sir. Arbogast, call the police, the FBI, my wife.
I'd like to start a box top account with your bank.
Yes, sir. What kind? Just checking?
No, I really mean it.
Meanwhile, a bevy of law enforcement officers were converging on the bank.
Okay, when I give the word, we grab him.
Is he really dangerous, Chief?
Anybody who would counterfeit box tops will do anything.
Gee.
So if he makes one funny move, let him have it.
There you are, my life savings.
How much is there?
Looks like millions.
Yeah, or even thousands.
Hear that? That's our man, all right.
You mean moose?
Yeah, careful now.
What are you doing with that empty bag, Bullwinkle?
Oh, I just can't resist popping them, Rock.
Bet you're gonna disturb the other people in the bank.
Oh, they won't care. Here goes.
Quick, Bullwinkle!
Boy, they're sure touchy.
Well, it certainly looks bad for our boys. Will our story end right here before we find out who is really behind the sinister box top racket? Don't fail to see our next episode of Fault in the Vault or Banks a Million.
That's it, Junior. Set the chair down right on the starting line.
But, Pop, are you sure this will make a track star out of me?
Positive. All right. On your mark, set, get.
Get?
Right. Get into the chair.
Oh, gee, Dad, I'll never beat Romulus and Remus this way.
Oh, yes, you will. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Which brings to mind...
Another fable?
Uh-huh. This one I call The Hare and the Tortoise. Once there was a hare with an, you'll pardon the expression, unnatural appetite. He not only ate 3 square meals a day, but he ate them every hour on the hour.
Boy, do I love food. Hello. Let me speak to the grocery store. Hello, grocery? This is Mr. Hare. No, not the follicle-type hare, the rabbit-type hare. Look, send me over a bag of walnuts, will you? Walnuts. Gotta have some right away. That's right, walnuts.
Unknown to the hare, the grocery store had just hired a new delivery boy, or rather a delivery tortoise, and we all know how slow tortoises are. It wasn't until a year later that the walnuts reached their destination.
You, Mr. Hare?
Yes, I'm Mr. Hare.
You order walnuts?
Yes, I ordered walnuts, but that was a year ago.
I know. That's why you got walnut trees.
Trees? Nuts? Yeah, I know he's new. But he's still awful slow. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you another chance. Send out a gallon of ice cream, huh? Tutti frutti. And this time make it fast, will you?
Once again, the little tortoise went out on a delivery, and once again, 1 year later, he arrived at the hare's house.
Late again, huh?
Lights were against me.
Look, Turtle. I ordered a gallon of ice cream.
Tutti frutti.
Yeah, tutti frutti. Now, it took you 1 whole year to deliver it. I can imagine what kind of condition it's in.
Well, it is a little loose.
I can imagine.
You still want it?
Of course I still want it. Let me have it. Look, I tell you, if this keeps up, I'm going to take my trade elsewhere. I will. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 1 more chance. Just 1. You got any sticks of TNT? I'll fix said Turtle. Oh, good. Well, send me out 1 stick of TNT. Oh, and do me a favor, will you? Put a 1-year fuse on it and light it. You heard me. I said light it.
Well, sir, it was the same old routine. The tortoise left the grocery, and 1 year later...
Sorry I'm late, Mr. Hare, but did you order a stick of TNT?
I not only ordered it, Speedy, I had it lit so it'd blow up on you. That's for being so slow with my walnuts and ice cream.
Well, I apologize for being so slow. Here's your TNT. They had a 2-for-1 sale.
You heard me. I said fire him.
But, Mr. Hare, I need a delivery boy.
Okay, fire him, hire me. I just happen to be the fastest creature in the forest.
Second fastest.
Do you mean to imply, Tortoise, that you can outrun this hare?
Sir, I could beat him standing still.
And so it was decided that the hare and the tortoise would meet in a race. To the victor would go the job of delivery boy. At the sound of the gun, the contestants were off. Or at least one of them was. Now, this particular tortoise may have been slow of foot, but he was fast in the head. He was well acquainted with the hare's voracious appetite.
Ooh. Does my nose deceive me? Or can that be the intoxicating aroma of carrot scallopini? Hello, tortoise. What's cooking? Carrot scallopini?
Yeah, carrot, whatever you said.
Yeah, smells good. You got enough for 2?
No, just enough for 1. I'll let you have it, except you've got to run in the race.
Oh, now, don't let that bother you. I'll eat now and fly later.
Would you mind if I ran while you ate?
No. Be my guest. I'll catch up.
Ah, but the hare's appetite got the better of him. He sat there for 3 hours consuming every bit of carrot, whatever it is he said. And who can run on a full stomach?
Did the tortoise win the race?
With ease.
Oh, I see what you mean by slow and steady wins the race, Pop.
There's also another moral, son. One that applies to the hare.
Bet I know what it is.
What?
Haste makes waste. Get it, Dad?
Yeah, I get it, son.
Ready, Rock?
You sure you know how to work that thing?
No. Anyways, here's what it was supposed to look like.
And now, for all you senior students who are just about to graduate, here are some words of wisdom from Mr. Know-It-All.
Buenos dias, senors. Today's lecture is entitled How to Catch a Bee and Make Your Honey Happy. Ordinarily, one can find a bee in a meadow of sweet-smelling flowers. However, if one lives in Death Valley, the task becomes a little tougher, but not surmountable. Here we have a Geiger counter which tells us 2 things. Whether we are approaching a bee or walking over a landmine. If the bee lover can't find the bee, make the bee come to the bee lover. This can be attained by luring him with a honeycomb. We simply take a comb, gook it up with a jar of honey, and place it on the ground. You can be sure a bee will make a beeline for it. Ah, here comes one now. That was a bee, all right. A bee 29. Moving from Death Valley to a meadow of sweet-smelling flowers, we finally do locate a bee, and there on that petal is one now. Utilizing the thumb and forefinger, we gently pick him up so as not to hurt his delicate little... Oh!
Catch the bee, Mr. Know-It-All?
No, I didn't, and I'm going to see that he never gets elected.
Well, why are you going into that voting booth?
I'm going to vote no on Proposition D.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Button up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Sunset, the time of day when most Canadians bring home the bacon. And one Canadian brings home the ham. The Canadian is Dudley Do-Right, ace do-gooder of the mounted police. The ham, and he's usually boiled, is that arch-villain and scourge of two continents, Snidely Whiplash. Each day at sundown, Dudley brings Whiplash into the post and places him under lock and key.
This is a waste of my time, Do-Right. Each night you lock me up, and each morning I escape.
You shall not escape tonight, Whiplash.
Dudley's optimism was based on the fact that he had set up an elaborate alarm system completely encircling the cell. He made one slight error. He locked himself in the cell, not Whiplash.
Ta-ta, Do-Right.
But on his way to the gate, Whiplash ran into trouble, for Dudley's horse, angered at finding water in the water trough, lashed out his great hooves in anger, striking a not too innocent passerby. 1 hour later, Inspector Fenwick, post commander, made a routine check of the jail.
Ah, Do-Right, still up, I see.
Yes, sir. I am keeping a vigil on Whiplash.
That's doing it the Mountie way, my boy.
I must get him out of my slick-down hair once and for all.
Pen in hand, Whiplash outlined a daring plan.
Here is the post. Up here is my sawmill. If I can lure Do-Right to the mill, I can destroy him forever. But how to lure him?
Those evil eyes darted about the room until...
To Nell with love. Horse. Egad, that's it!
This time he went in search of Dudley's horse. Once again he received a well-placed hoof, but he was prepared for it. And up he soared, out of the post.
Do-Right, I don't know how he did it, but Whiplash has escaped.
Are you sure, sir? I mean, have you looked in his cell?
You look, Do-Right.
By George, all right, sir. He is missing. But never fear, I will bring him in again.
At that very moment, his valiant charger was gobbling up a trail of oats that led to Whiplash's sawmill.
Ah, here comes the horse. Step number 1 in my plan.
And what a plan it was. The horse walked right into the trap and was made prisoner.
And who will come after the horse?
Not Dudley. He was having trouble locating the stable.
Ah, fair Nell. Have you seen the stable lately?
No, I haven't, Dudley, and I can't help you look for it. I have a luncheon engagement with your horse.
Oh? Say, after lunch, would you ask him to saddle up? I have a job to do.
Nell was on her way to the PX when she spied some familiar hoof prints.
Dudley's horse. I'd know them anywhere.
And off she went in hot pursuit.
Aha, step number 2. The fair and lovely Nell is approaching.
Nell, too, fell victim to Whiplash's terrible design.
And who will come after Nell?
Not Dudley. He was still searching for the stable.
Pardon me, Inspector, but I seem to have misplaced the stable.
No time to help you, Do-Right. I'm due to make a speech at luncheon.
With Nell and my horse?
Yes.
Inspector Fenwick scurried off. Then he, too, spotted the telltale tracks.
That horseshoe print with a broken nail, that's Nell's left foot.
By 3 in that afternoon, Whiplash had in his power Dudley's horse, Nell, the inspector, and most of the Mounties in the general area.
What's keeping that old Do-Right? He should have been here long ago.
In case you're wondering, Dudley had found the stable. He was now looking for a way to get out of it.
There must be a door somewhere.
There was. It opened, and in walked a messenger boy.
You, Constable Do-Right.
I think so.
Dudley took the telegram and ripped it open.
Dear Dolt. Can't spell Dudley. Unless you come to my sawmill, I shall blow up Nell, the inspector, your fellow Mounties, and your horse. My horse!
He arrived at the sawmill in jigsaw time.
And you will let my horse go free if I surrender to you?
Everybody goes free.
The exchange was made. Inspector Fenwick, Nell, and the Mounties bid a tearful farewell and returned to the post. As for Dudley, he was tied to a chair infested with sticks of dynamite.
Do-Right, you'll never do right again.
A match was struck, the fuse was lit, and Whiplash dashed off over the horizon.
Daddy, dear, don't keep looking out the window in the direction of the sawmill. It can't help.
I know it, Nell. It's only Do-Right we're losing, and yet... Well, there he goes.
Just then, the door burst open and...
It is me! I, sir!
Dudley!
Do-Right!
I fooled him, Inspector. I made him think I blew up.
But how?
With this record. It has 33 1/3 long-playing explosions on it. He only heard an explosion.
But the sticks of dynamite.
Don't worry about that, sir. I have them here.
Do-Right! Come down here!
Last time you recall, the members of the World Economic Council were horrified to discover that somebody was counterfeiting box tops, the real basis of the world's monetary system. Suspicion immediately fell on Bullwinkle Moose, owner of the world's largest collection of genuine box tops. So when he and Rocky tried to open a box top account at the Farmers and Swineherds National Bank...
Get down, Bullwinkle!
It's okay, Rocky. I'm a depositor. Boy, my credit rate must have gone down.
This is the police. We know you're in there.
You can't fool them, fellas, can you?
Come out with your hands up.
Okay.
And when Bullwinkle emerged, he was quickly shoved into a patrol wagon and whisked away.
I'll send you my address as soon as I get settled, Rock.
Meanwhile, in an old brownstone house in the middle of a large city, a mysterious figure worked over a printing press.
1, 2, 3 a liri, 4, 5, 6 a liri, 7, 8, 9 a liri, 10 a liri, box top.
Yes, unbelievable though it may seem, the box top counterfeiter was really Boris Badenov, that notorious no-good-nick, that venal villain, that delinquent demon, that...
He's no use. Flattery will get you nowhere.
Boris, darling, next load of box tops is ready to roll.
Very well, Natasha. Let's go.
And Boris and Natasha dashed to their friendly neighborhood grocer to carry out their fiendish plan.
Hello. You are my friendly neighborhood grocer?
That's me, little fella.
You are giving away atomic-powered roller skates?
Yep, with 16 box tops. You got 16 box tops?
I got 16 million box tops.
And a short while later, Boris left with the store's entire supply of atomic-powered roller skates. Of course, that meant that there were none to give to the children who came for them later.
Come on. You a friendly neighborhood grocer, aren't you?
Yes, but
It's a chip, that's what.
Let's go to our friendly neighborhood druggist instead.
Too late. Boris had already gone to his friendly neighborhood druggist, his friendly neighborhood hardware dealer, and even his friendly neighborhood lumber and feed store. In one day, there wasn't a store in town that could redeem box tops. Of course, the kids got hopping mad. Juvenile protest meetings were organized. Pint-sized pickets paraded in front of every store. As a result, business plummeted. And at the World Economic Council, panic reigned.
Look at that stock report. Friendly Neighborhood Grocer Inc. down 15 points.
Friendly neighborhood druggist preferred down 22.
It's the beginning of the end, gentlemen. Hold on. Here's a report from one of our agents. Hello?
What does it say?
Yes, good. They've got the counterfeiter.
Yay!
Who is it, fiduciary?
Some person named Bullwinkle, I think.
Man or a woman?
He claims to be a moose.
Sure enough, at that moment, Bullwinkle was at police headquarters undergoing some very tough questioning.
Okay, where'd you get all those box tops?
Well, I eat a lot of cereal at breakfast.
85,000 boxes full?
Well, I like a snack before going to bed, too.
How come you never turned them in?
Couldn't make up my mind what I wanted.
What do you think, Chief?
He's either a criminal mastermind or a stupid bird brain.
Do I get a choice?
The only choice you'll get, Moose, is between 10 and 20 years.
You can't do that to my pal.
Watch carefully.
Gee, Bullwinkle, maybe they can.
Can they? Don't miss our next episode, Calaboose Moose, or The Crime of Your Life.
Well, it looks as if our time is just about run out.
Mine must be a little slow.
You got the credits, Bullwinkle?
All on this itty-bitty card. Oop.
We're late again, Bullwinkle.
Right.
Bye now. See you next time.